Okay, here we are. We're at the end of another month. It's the end of March. So the first quarter is come and gone. And we did a lot of really deep, intense work this month. I was just reflecting, and wow, we've talked about our communication. We've talked about identifying those things outside of ourselves that we're relying on to bring us peace, comfort, joy, relief, and so on. So with that, we've talked about limits and limitations and how to look at where we might need them, for instance, with our drinking, right? And I think my favorite part of this month has been, in this actual space right here this last week, because there's been some amazing and intense conversations. A lead up for women today. We talked about why and how. So why we get complacent with those resolutions or aspirations or intentions that we have, and maybe even have incorporated into our lives. Why do we have to revisit or revow to ourselves that it's important? So, those diets. Why do we have to revisit a diet? Why not make it lifelong, manageable, and maintainable? We had a full conversation of the top 5 things that you can do or that you need to do to make sure that any and every aspiration or goal or objective that you have can be lifelong, manageable, and maintainable, and not have to be on this roller coaster of not enoughness and overdoing it, right? That all or nothing thing that we seem to get into. So if you didn't watch or didn't sign up for the Lead Up for Women, go check it out. See, I believe you'll find the link in my YouTube for watching it. That might be there for you. It ought to be. Anyway, if not, hit me up, send me a message. I'll be happy to do what I can to get that to you so you have those topics. We have the Foundation's Women's Conference talking about how we can really make an impact in our life with ourselves and with others, and mental health, and so many other opportunities of being able to recap. I did my best this month to capture everything either on video, in photo, or whatever, because we worked on a lot of amazing things, and wow, it's been a journey. April, I'm sure, will unfold the same. But so if I give you those reflective points, right? Check out your communication with yourself. Make sure that it sounds the way that you need it to sound. Look at those limits and limitations that maybe you need to have for yourself in your life. Look at where you have all or nothing. Look at where you are relying on something outside of yourself. Alcohol, food, TV, shopping, people pleasing, whatever it is, those things outside of you that you're relying on. Take a look at that emotional attachment. That's the biggest piece. What's my emotional attachment to this? Why am I assigning an emotion to whatever this is? Because I'll tell you what, alcohol has no business having an emotional attachment. It's not to be more happy. It's not to be more energized. It's not to be, right? Like, it should have no purpose in your life. That doesn't mean you can't have it if you can have it, but it needs to not have a purpose. Anyway, again, amazing, supercharged, energetic month that is just, even in my recap, in my own mind, is having to need some space. So I really look forward to, really winding it down over this weekend after I wrap up the Foundation Women's Conference, and truly taking that time to sit in and let everything marinate, because I'm doing this work right alongside with you. Sure, I've done it many times, but I find it to be beneficial in my everyday, all day, and in all relationships and in all environments. So I just keep growing. Emotional intelligence is something that you can never have enough of. Anyway, you guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for all your love and your support and kind reviews. Don't hesitate to call me, ever. Send me a text. Totally 100% fine. And we'll get together. We'll chat. Anyway, take care.